Good morning, my friends. Welcome to my Mary's Mini this week, and I'm actually just starting out. So if you're new here, I did a meal prep for my Mary's Mini, and now I'm just going to implement it for the week. And basically, a Mary's Mini is keeping everything super simple and cutting everything back to the basics. And it's basically 50-50 plates, picking one starch for the week. I'm obviously doing potatoes because I am the potato queen. So I'm just going to do breakfast. I actually not feeling all that great today. I have a really bad headache and I'm just trying to not have anything crunchy. So I am going to, from the meal prep, use the mashed potatoes that I made, and I'm going to keep it simple with just some frozen vegetables, nice and soft, nice and easy. Hopefully it'll help my headache a little bit. Anyway, if you guys are new here, my name is Vicki-Lynne. Welcome to my channel. I do meal preps, grocery hauls, and I follow a plant-based diet. I don't cook with any oil. And I'm on a journey to lose some weight, get healthy, lower my cholesterol, and move every day. That being said, I also allow myself some grace for when I don't feel well. So I may not go for a walk today because it's super sunny out and I have a migraine, and that doesn't work even with sunglasses. So let's get into it. Let's warm up our breakfast or first meal of the day, whatever you want to call it. And we're just going to keep it super simple. So I'm just going to put my plate together. I warmed up my mashed potatoes. My veggies are all cooked. I did make cheese sauce with my meal prep. I just don't actually honestly feel like it. And I'm only going to just have a little bit just to have something in my stomach right now. I am going to add just a little bit of salt. And that's my first meal. All right, so we are on day 2 of our Mary's Mini. Now yesterday, I literally had what I showed you, and then I had just like veggie broth all day. I had a really bad migraine, and I was out for the count, and I did sleep most of the day away, to be perfectly honest. And I am feeling much better now. So, and I'm hungry. So we're going to show you what we're going to make. Doing another 50-50 plate with, I actually air fried the potatoes this time. I like them in little discs. I like to switch them up. So I know it sounds silly, but I find that they taste kind of different if you do like long strips like fries, or if you do the little discs. I know, I'm a little cray-cray, but that's fine. And I'm going to add just some frozen vegetables to this. Again, kind of on the mend. And when you see my plates, people have like commented, oh, that's not very much or whatever. Again, yesterday I didn't eat. I am not a volume eater following a plant-based diet. So that's not my thing, but I eat when I'm hungry. So some days I'll have like a bigger plate, which this one is. And then other days I'll have smaller plates, but then in a couple of hours, if I'm hungry, I'll make another plate. I don't always show it to you, but this time doing this Mary's Mini, what I ate this week, I am going to kind of show you and just keep you up to date. So please do not compare me to what you need. Everybody is different and everybody feels different when they eat. And I don't want anybody to ever look at my plates and go, oh, I eat too much. Please don't do that. We do not compare each other on anything. We shouldn't compare each other in any aspects of our life, and including food. So when you see my plates, don't think I'm ever food shaming or anything like that with somebody else, because you do you, I'll do me. And there are a ton of people out there that are high volume eaters, and bless their hearts, because I just can't even eat that amount of food, honestly. So I mean, again, everybody is different, and everybody's metabolism is also different. Some people's metabolisms are way higher and they just rev through that food. And unfortunately, when you get to be of a certain age and menopause hits you, your metabolism is much slower. And I am trying to eat a little bit more frequently, smaller meals, to try to get my metabolism like revving back up so that it's processing all the time. But again, yesterday it was that one plate of food. I ended up having to take something. I have suffered with migraines for a really long time, and I'm super stubborn. and I try not to take stuff, but I was incapacitated yesterday. So that one I actually had to take something, and I did sleep most of the day away, to be perfectly honest, with ice packs in a dark room, and that was my day. So I wasn't really hungry, but last night I did sip on some like vegetable broth just to kind of, you know, make me soothe my stuff, but I didn't want any kind of chewing or anything with noise, to be honest. It's really weird. But if you have migraines, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because I was literally, you know, vomiting and stuff yesterday. It was a pretty brutal one. And I haven't had a brutal migraine like that in many years. I have really critiqued what I eat and my lifestyle, and thankfully, it has worked. But again, yesterday I always have issues with the kind of the change of seasons between spring and, you know, spring, winter, spring, and then like in the fall, like usually November or whatever, my two worst kind of months. So let's get this lunch put together. Let me show you my potatoes. I did already put a little bit of salt on them, and again, I'm just going to do some plain broccoli. I do, and again, I have cheese sauce. Honestly, I love this. I love this way of eating because you could be lazy. It's still going to taste good. And I'm just not in the mood for like zhuzhing it up, to be honest. I'm okay with just, I mean, I love my broccoli, and I'm just okay with having my broccoli. So there we go. That's actually my first meal for today. Then I'll keep you posted. It is already, oh goodness, 1 o'clock. But again, I eat when I'm hungry. I wasn't hungry yet this morning, and I'm still, you know, kind of recovering, so I'm good with this. All right, so we're gonna make supper, and this is one of my pre-cooked potatoes that I always have in my fridge. I love to pre-cook them in my Instant Pot. It just makes it so much easier. So I'm just going to make a stuffed baked potato with my cheese sauce. Okay, so it's warmed up. I'm going to use some of my cheese sauce. I like to do it kind of in layers because I like the cheese sauce to get into the potato. So the cheese sauce is still cold. We're going to warm this all up again. And then I have leftover broccoli. We are going to throw that on top. Nestle that in the cheese sauce. Don't you worry. We're going to douse that with some more cheese sauce because broccoli loves cheese sauce. All right. Good enough. Then I'm just going to dollop on some more cheese sauce on top. And then we're going to throw this in the microwave and warm it all up. There we go. All warmed up and delicious. Sorry, my lighting is bad today. It's cloudy. There we go. So I'm getting my breakfast ready. I'm doing some sweet potatoes. I like it either with cinnamon or salt, but because I'm doing salt today, just because I'm having a salad to go with it. And I'm having some of that gorgeous salad that I made with all the beautiful toppings. And I'm probably going to have more salad, and we'll see how much of the sweet potato I eat. I try to eat my non-starchy veggies first, and I'm just using an oil-free dressing. And that's my meal for day 3, meal 1. All right, so we're going to just put my second meal together for today, and I've done fries, long sticks, and I'm just going to add some of my crudité, and that's what I'm going to have for my side dish. And again, I always just like to go with how I feel and what I'm in the mood for, and this is what I'm in the mood for today. Oh, and I gotta get some celery. I love celery. So I'm gonna start with that and just kind of peck away, and then if I want a little bit more, I'll have a little bit more. So I'm just going to put my next meal together. Have my potato salad, which is made with mustard and dill pickles. I'm just going to have a little something to eat before I head to the gym. our gorgeous salad. And then when I come home, if I'm still hungry, I'll have some more. Good morning, guys. We are on day 4 of our Mary's Mini. I did want to point out, I do realize I have made a couple of mistakes if you are following the actual Mary's Mini, because I did have a sweet potato, which you're not supposed to switch back and forth. And one day I did have my peanut dressing, which I shouldn't have had. And I wasn't actually thinking, to be honest, because I guess I was doing more like a 50. I don't know what I was thinking, but I know I made a mistake. So you guys can leave all those comments down below going, hey, that's not a part of the Mary's Mini. So my bad. I am so sorry. I apologize. So now we're on day 4. I'm honestly considering this day 3 for me, because I don't know if obviously you're watching this, you understand. I was out of it on a Monday with a really bad migraine, and Tuesday kind of recuperating. So again, you have to give yourself grace and do the best you can. And that's what it's all about in anything that we do. So I, again, am giving myself grace, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I've made some mistakes. What the heck was I thinking? So now I know. And again, I've done enough Mary's Minis that I should know this already, which is kind of hilarious, but I was just like not keeping it together, obviously. Anyway, today we are doing some more air fried potatoes. Surprise, surprise. I love them when they're like this. Anyway, and I'm just gonna, again, I'm keeping it simple. I always try to keep it simple. Some days, mostly in the evenings, is when I will cook fresh vegetables and stuff, or if I've had leftover vegetables. I'm just using an Asian medley. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. So, so let's put a plate together and let's eat. All right. So putting this plate together is pretty simple. We are going to put our fries, our potato discs, whatever you want to call them, and then I'm actually trying to use up my frozen vegetables so I can buy bigger bags at Costco, but you know, you have to have the room for it. So I love this because it has little corn. Okay, corn, not part of the Mary's Mini, but one piece of corn is not going to kill me, and it shouldn't affect how much weight I lose. Again, give yourself some grace. We don't have to be so stringent that we're freaking out over a little piece of mini corn, because it's delicious. And coming from somebody who is very much type A and tightly wound, and who actually had an eating disorder back in the day, I have learned that to let go of those little things. Yes, I'm doing my best. Again, I'm not perfect. I never ever thought I ever was perfect or think that I am perfect, because I am definitely not. But so this is my first meal for day 4. All right, time for my second meal. I'm finishing up the veggies from my first meal this morning, and I already have some like hashed brown potatoes going in my not my Instant Pot, sorry, my air fryer. And so that's what I'm going to be having for my next meal. Okay, so we're going to use those mashed potatoes that we flavored with some parsley and garlic. We're going to make mashed potato fries. So I have the oven preheating to 425. You could do this in the Instant Pot, but because there's a couple of us, we're going to do them in the oven. So let me show you how we're going to make these and how we're going to make them delicious. Okay, so we're just going to plop this out. See how easy that comes? And then we're going to grab a knife, and we're just going to make whatever size fries that we want. So just slice them down and then slice them long. Put them on your Silpat or parchment paper or just regular pan, whatever you want to do. Do not worry if they break. That's going to happen. They're not super stable because we didn't put anything in there to bind them, but they're still going to be delicious. You could also do shorter ones. You can do them any way you want. They're still going to be delicious. And then we're just going to bake them in the oven until they're golden brown. Probably, I'm going to say 20 minutes, give or take. Everybody's oven is different. And I'll show you what they're like when they're done. Our mashed potato fries are all done. And again, you can leave them in as long as you want. Have them as brown as you want. But I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat them now. And I already have my salad, which I already showed you. And I'm going to have them with a side of mushrooms. Yum, yum, yum. Don't forget the fun guys because, you know, they're fun guys. You should bring them to the party. Good morning. Hope everybody is doing well today. Again, another day on our potato reset. And I should actually make this video and name it what not to do on your potato reset, because I have noticed I have had a few issues that I've made mistakes with. Anyway, we'll talk about those towards the end. Just having some of my mashed potato fries. I showed you them last night. I love these because they're so pillowy inside and then crispy on the outside. So that's kind of what I had left over. I decided to go with some green beans since I have so many in my freezer. And this is just going to be my first little snacky of the morning, kind of. I think I'm going to throw a little nutritional yeast on the green beans. And we're just going to snack on that for now. All right. I am back. I am hungry. And guess what? I'm going to eat. So I'm just doing some mashed potatoes. And again, I keep forgetting to take pictures of those mashed potato fries. I do not know what is wrong with me. I'm just going to add a little sprinkle of nutritional yeast on these. Just for a different flavor and what I'm eating. And there I go. Good morning, my friends. We are on day 7 now. I'm going to probably go another day or two. So typically a Mary's Mini is 10 days. You know, I was only doing this for 7. And again, everything's your own choice, right? The only thing is that last Monday was a nightmare just because I had that migraine. I wasn't feeling good. So I just decided I'm going to keep on going. So this morning I am having... So I just air fried some potatoes and I cooked up actually some rice cauliflower because I realized I haven't had rice cauliflower this whole time. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. And this one is actually the garlic and herb. And so, you know, I'm going to put ketchup on my hash browns. And so that's meal 1 today. We're going to dig into that. And again, I always eat my non-starchy first. That usually fills me up, and then I eat whatever. There's potatoes left over. I'll snack on them as I'm working. So my Mary's Mini didn't quite go as planned. So if you've been following me, you know I had a really rough week doing my Mary's Mini. And that's okay. We all have to just give ourselves some grace and do what we need to do for ourselves. So again, the first day I had incapacitating migraine. I was nauseated, so I ended up having some broth and some crackers. I did have one meal that was my mashed potatoes and some steamed vegetables. So I actually truly kind of started on the Tuesday. So I kind of restarted, and I think I did really well personally. I know, again, if you're looking back on some of my meals, yes, I understand. I put beets on one of my salads, which is wrong, and I had carrots in one of my veggie medley bags. I am not going to beat myself up for eating carrot or a beet. So technically that's not part of the Mary's Mini, but I'm okay with it. It was still a vegetable. It wasn't a non-starchy. So I did look it up, and they does say that beets are a non-starchy, I thought I saw. And then, but the list for Mary's Mini says no beets, no carrots. Anyway. We all just need to do the best we can and just give ourselves some grace, which I did because I kind of suffered all week. And I know everybody wants to know how much weight did I lose. And it's not about how much I feel, it's not about how much you lose, it's how you feel. So I always feel great on a Mary's Mini because I get off of the bread and the gluten. and I always feel so much better. And to me, that kind of means a little bit more. And I also have been working out at the gym, and I have a trainer, and I've been trying to build some muscle, get rid of some bat wings and stuff. And so I do know I'm building muscle because I'm getting some like pipes on me. So this time I lost, drum roll, 4 pounds. So 4 pounds in 7 days, I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually pretty good, personally. And I just like doing a Mary's Mini. Honestly, it kind of puts me in that mindset so that I stay away from gluten, because I already know like gluten is definitely, not that I'm celiac or anything, but I just know when I eat gluten, I don't feel all that great. And because of my arthritis and stuff, I really do need to continue on this gluten-free journey. And I think I'm just going to really give that a go. So I want to thank you guys for joining me for this Mary's Mini. Let me know if you joined me, and if you did, tell me how much weight you lost, how you felt on it. And don't forget, we have a Facebook group, so it's down below. Come join us. We are 1,700 strong, I believe, at this point. And so we do challenges and stuff. We just help each other. We post like pictures and recipes and stuff like that. And don't forget, I do have a website. If you're ever looking for great recipes, go on over there. And I also have my free ebook. So don't forget to order that, because that is all about the starch solution, and it's all about oil-free recipes, and all of my favorites are in there, and it'll just help you plan and cook and shop for your meal prepping. So until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.